Melissa Anderson here with Coharbor Homes, and I actually live on acreage myself, about 5 acres, and I specialize in helping people find the higher end luxury acreage homes. And I'm going to talk to you on 5 things that no one tells you about buying acreage, that there's some extra fees and costs once you buy the acreage that not many people mention. So I'm going to walk you through them based on my own, what I pay for on my 5 acres as the baseline. So the first thing, lawn maintenance. So we were the same people. We bought the John Deere lawnmower, and we're like, we're gonna mow the lawn. It's gonna be great. We have the John Deere mower, and then you think it's lovely, and then the summer is hot, and it takes a long time to mow, weed, and the glitz and glam just wears off. So I have a wonderful lawn care contact that I'm happy to share. But not only for high-end homes, you need it trimmed and then edged, but also the base of your trees need to be trimmed. Weeds will grow around the trees, and the higher end homes do have like kind of naked base trees, so that takes time too. Here are my costs. So for 5 acres, I pay $225 a month for every other week of service. Now granted, it's roughly probably about 3.8 acres that's actually serviced. So when you break that down, it's about $60 per acre per month for every other week servicing. Now when it's the winter or the summer and it rains a lot, I might need to do it weekly, so that price could change. The next thing, number 2, I'd call it making it green. So you put sod in, and then when you live out here on land in Florida, the weeds can actually take it over. I kind of learned this the hard way. Some of my sod is gonna grow back, let's hope. But you need to pay like a true green or an equivalent to not only prevent the weeds, but fertilize it, your shrubs. I mean, we live in a humid, swampy area, so you have to take care of it that way. So roughly I pay $250 a month for that. Number 3, sealing your asphalt. So we put in asphalt on our property. Asphalt is not cheap, but it's so worth it. I have a great contact who poured ours, but then you have to maintain it. So every other year it's recommended that you get it sealed. So ours, the size of our asphalt, is going to cost us $1,100 to seal it. You have to wait 6 months after they pour it, but the person who poured it is coming back actually tomorrow to seal it. And you're supposed to do that every other year. And my neighbor was telling me it can keep the asphalt up to 20 years. So when you break that down, it's about $45 a month over 24 months if you do it every other year. The 4th thing is treating your well water. So my property is on reverse osmosis. That was about $5,000 to install. And then I have it serviced quarterly, which that breaks out to $40 a month, just to make sure it's working. They clean the pieces. So that's another $40 a month there. So your water's free. You don't pay the city, but you do have some maintenance costs there. So it might like even out some of your utilities per se there. And then the 5th thing is pest control. So if you live out on the country, you're going to get a little bit more critters. And especially down here in Florida, you do have some different critters that people in the Midwest might not be used to. And so, I mean, Florida has bugs. That's what it is. So you prevent them from getting into your property. And I have multiple buildings on my property, so my price might be a little bit different. So it's maybe not equivalent, but I would say I'd estimate another $40 a month in pest control. So all in all, maintenance for 5 acres of land is roughly $560. $225 in mowing, edging, and keeping the shrubs all nice, and then weed pulling. Another $200 in lawn care of treating the actual grass and then spraying. So the first cost is the cutting, and the second one is the spraying per se. $45 a month amortized for asphalt every other year, roughly, and then $40 a month for reverse osmosis treatment, and then about $40, $50 in pest treatment. So all in, it's probably about $500 to maintain. Like I said, I have 5 acres. Pricing might be a little bit different, but I just want people to recognize that there are future costs of owning land. Now, some people, do the work themselves, and their costs are way different. But we own multiple businesses. We outsource where we can. So for us to outsource all of the work, it's about $500 a month. I hope this is helpful. And if you're looking for land or luxury homes in Naples or both, let me know. My name is Melissa Anderson, and I can be reached at 941-932-0806. Have a good one.